Okay, hello. Another thrift haul, but I'm a little scatterbrained today. I'm going to do my best. It's Eclipse Day. We've got to go. We've got to go. Hopefully I'll get this edited and put up the same day, but I have plans, so I have to go. So my brain is already rolling. Let's get started. Now first, I did go to 3 stores, but surprisingly all of them were 50% off. I went to a local thrift store and they had 50% off dresses. And then I went to a VOA that's closing. They had 50% off everything. And then, is that it? I'm trying to remember. I think that's all I'm showing in here. So everything you're seeing is going to be 50% off of the tagged price. I may share the tagged price, but because we're in a hurry, that's probably all I'll do. Also, you've probably noticed by now when I find things that are super discounted, I end up doing stylized choices more than comps because it's a lot more fun. So a lot of these are stylized and I'll try my best to maybe go over some keywords or selling points for it to show you why I picked it. All right, so this first one, also you will hear noises because our house is alive and well getting ready to leave for the eclipse situation. So this was a VOA find. It was $5.99 before the sale. It's called Saints and Secrets. I've never heard of this brand. It was so gorgeous stylistically. And it looks like on Poshmark it actually does decent. So here she is, a mini, very, very feminine crossback. It's obvious that this is a style that's going to do well. It reminds me kind of like For Love and Lemons, which is a brand that does really well, so that's why I stopped and looked at it. It is made of like a gauzy chiffon and it has ruffles, it's tiered, feminine like I said. This could fit into cottagecore, even a little bit into the boho world, floral. Those are all words I'm going to use to sell this, but honestly it looks like this isn't a great eBay item, but a good Poshmark item. The only thing wrong with it is there's some fraying on, it's gonna show you my face instead of this, but there's like fraying on the strings. It's not that bad though, so if that's a problem, I'll probably get closer to 25, 30, but some of these are going for in the 40s. Okay, so next we have an Old Navy. If you watched my last video, you know why I picked up Old Navy. This will sell for probably around $30, $35. Stop telling prices. I'm gonna stop doing that because you guys know I accept offers. I also price higher to do sales, to have movement in my store, like it counts as activity, all that kind of stuff. So there's a lot of factors that go into my type of pricing. But $5.99, it is a 3X Old Navy. And it's a maxi, a tiered maxi. And it's a really nice woven texture. I love me some woven. Tiered, boho. This could slightly fit into peasant, slightly. Cottagecore. You could list this as log and look because it's kind of shapeless. Those are all great ways to sell it. I think it's 100% cotton. Okay, right this moment I can't find the tag, but it's there somewhere. So yes, that's another one. I'm gonna link this video again where Kaylee does a deep dive. The same day I posted the last video where I was talking about her, she actually posted a deep dive of Old Navy. So I'm gonna link that video down there so that you can kind of see why these are a hot item. But yeah, so 3X, maxi, boho-y, log and look, peasant. Those are the words that sell it. All right, so this next one is risky. Because I don't know if you've noticed by now, but I'm not a project girly. I don't like a project where it has stains and things to work on. But this one was too good to leave behind. Now comps are phenomenal on the listing side, but not great on the selling side. And I think it's because people are overpricing. But it is a vintage Bob Mackie and it's 100% silk. So that's vintage Bob Mackie right there, 100% silk. $5.99 was the original price. And it is a midi length, I believe. Let me see, compared to my, yeah, it's about a midi length. Floral. It does have some stains, which I don't even know if I can get them to show up on the camera. Let's see if you can see them. You see a little bit of one right there. Other than stains, it's amazing condition, so I did decide to take on a project. Literally, comps are like $200, $300, but none of them are selling. So I'm gonna list well below that. So I don't know what's listed at, maybe 100, and then we'll see. I'll take offers. That's probably how I'm gonna go about it. But Bob Mackie does have a following. I've even been in stores and listened to people raving about Bob Mackie when they pick up the pieces. So it does have a following. It's pretty versatile. It's everyday wear, it's business casual. It could be a date night, church dress. Like there's so many words to use this as. Silk sells it, floral sells it. It's lined. It could fit into classic, preppy, even southern. Like some people look for southern style dresses, which a lot of times is this kind of shape and florals and all that. So there's a lot of ways to go about this. It could be like vacation. People look for the stuff for that. Wedding guest is another one, though I wouldn't wear, that's a lot of white for a wedding, but you get the point. So there's a lot of ways to go about that one. I'm probably gonna go more based on the target audience for Bob Mackie. We're gonna go more with the classic kind of marketing. So classic, all those kind of things is how we're gonna choose to market that one to reach the best audience. And I know I pick up a lot of dresses, but I live for dresses. I live for them. I love, love, love selling dresses. So it's that time of year. It's just gonna be a lot of dresses for the next few months. Okay, so next is a Talbot's 2X. Now Talbot's this isn't gonna go for a lot, but because of the size and it being like the thin knit cotton, it's going to sell. These are like a bread and butter. So it's got a really nice floral pattern. As you see, here is the tag for this. So yeah, Talbot's 2X, thin knit, cotton type top. This better be cotton. I didn't even check actually. Yeah, 100% cotton. Just a simple bread and butter for me. This next one is a fun one. It is a vintage 70s piece. The price on it was $4.49, but it is Leslie Faye, right? Yeah, Leslie Faye dresses. And this tag is from the 70s to 80s, but this is I think this is a late 70s piece based on the trends and everything. It does have a belt missing, but that's fine. Everything it's in really good condition. It has beautiful pleated skirt, gorgeous paisley, bright colors. So definitely going to market this as vintage 70s style. It could be technically into the 80s too. It's like early 80s, late 70s, early 80s. But right now 70s is hot, 80s is not. So we're going to market for 70s. And then we can also use words like paisley, bohemian, hippie, things like that. So that's how I'm going to market this piece. It does have floral as well. The pleating on it is gorgeous. Is it maxi or midi length? On me, it's a maxi, but it's probably a midi on anybody over 5'2". So yeah, those are all words to use to market something like this. Okay, next we have another Old Navy, and I'm pretty sure this is the same silhouette and piece as, sorry about my voice. I'm pretty sure this is the same silhouette and piece as the one I sold for $40. So I already know how to market this. And it is a size, this one is a size large, so not as big. I won't get as much money for it, but it'll definitely go over 20. It was originally $4.49. Once again, here's the Old Navy tag, but you guys kind of already know what it looks like right there. So once again, we have boho, hippie, peasant. I'm gonna still stick log and look on there because it sold the last one. It fits very loosely within those terms though. Cottage core, smocked. Last time I put ruched on accident, my brain just wasn't working right at the time. That's smocked. So those are all words I'm gonna use. You could even use maybe prairie, but I'm probably not going to because it's even more of a stretch. So yeah, beautiful floral dress for size large. Okay, next we have, oh, and while I'm showing you this, I will say that I found a Monique Lillier new with tags. It was a Monique Lillier new with tags. It was a bridesmaid dress and it was gorgeous. I think of a photo. I'll pop it up here. I was so determined to get it, and I'm actually in Kaylee's Resell, what is it called? Resellers Edge University, I think is what it's called. I'm in her group. I don't know, I don't remember the name. And when I'm impulsive buying, because that's very much an impulsive buy for me, Monique Lillier new with tags. So I put in the group like, should I do this? Should I not? It was $35 at the thrift store, and everybody was like, no, don't do it. It was really hard to put it back. What I did was I looked for flaws and I was like, okay, there's too many flaws. I'm gonna put it back. It could have probably gotten around 150, but it would sit for so long. So I did put it back, and I was happy I found this. I was like, I'm not leaving the store till I find something that makes me happy. And Italian linen always makes me happy. So Monique Lillier had to stay with her flaws, but I did bring home me I'm gonna pretend I know how to pronounce this, Lungo Larno Italian dress. Here's the tag. And so obviously it was originally $4.49. Yeah, 100% linen on this tag, made in Italy. These always do well for me. The dresses do more than the shirts. The shirts are like bread and butter. But if you find an Italian linen dress like this, they go for closer to 40, kind of like a $30 to $45 range for the most part. But I always can spot an Italian piece because of this back part. So along the back part of most Italian linen dresses that you'll find, they have this stretchy piece. Let me hold it up so you can see it on both sides. Yeah, so that is the dead giveaway for me, that it's going to be an Italian piece. That's the only way I usually see that. So I'm very excited about that one. Okay, next is another one that I picked up because of conversations we're having in Resellers Edge. If you want to see the group, by the way, I'll link it down below. I don't know if they have like I'll ask her and I'll see if there's a deal. If I find out in time, I'll put it on the screen. But there might be like you get so much off your first month or something. I don't know. I'm not sure. So I will link the group down below regardless. And if there is some kind of a deal, I'll try to add it down into the drop box or something like that. But anyways, this is a conversation we've had in the group about how right now the really popular pieces are kind of these throwback Y2K 90s style dresses, especially like the Easter dress style, which I know well, obviously, because I'm a 90s baby. So I'm very aware of this style, so when I see it, I grab it, and I thought this was a great piece. Now, this is my second Venus piece, and I feel like Venus is gonna be, stylistically, they often have pieces I find that work for these trends. Here's the Venus tag. I'm not saying pick up every Venus because that is not true, but this one here, look at the top. Hello. Does this not scream 90s? I'd say this is a little more 90s than Y2K in this part and in the material, but the style of the whole dress is a little more Y2K. Either way, it's hitting very, very trendy things, which we're talking about in the reseller group. So when I seen this, I had to grab it. It's just, what would that be? It's a mini, maybe a knee if you're really petite. It's a mini dress with this very nice tiered, flouncy, off the shoulder look. You could even do like a scoop neck, I guess, if you want, or a boat neck, I guess it would be. So this one was $8.99 originally, which obviously I got half off of that, but it's a very, very on trend piece right now. The next one is a marine layer, and I've never found a maxi dress by them. Well, it's more of a midi if you're taller than me. Once again, I'm 5'2", so everything's in a really weird place for me. It is a marine layer, which is a great brand, and that's an extra small. And these tend to go for a decent amount of money, not like tons, but they go for a decent amount. I've never had a maxi dress or a midi dress, so that's a first one for me. Nothing wrong with it, perfect condition. It's got a nice side slit, kind of a 90s vibe too. This is very in right now. So these very simple, minimalistic 90s pieces. It is an extra small, so that is something to take into consideration, but it's a great brand with a great style, so I think it'll still probably sell within the 90 days, at least before summer. This next one was a unique one, and I could not leave without it. And since it was 50% off, I said sure. It was originally $4, $3.99 on the tag. What brand are you? It is the limited. It is a size 2, once again, really small. That could be a hard selling point, but it was too gorgeous. It has this very delicate layered, like, meshy, lacy detail. I don't know how well that's gonna show up. In person, it's gorgeous and delicate. And then it continues down into here with these really gorgeous pleating sections and this raw hem mesh lace as well. It's a very cool piece. And it gives me retro vibes too. So I think I'm gonna go with one of the more retro stylistic choices. This could maybe go with a Y2K style. It definitely could fit into probably like a 70s style or something around there if I really deep dive into some fashion trends from over the decades. This will fit into the bohemian and hippie styles as well. Hipster, this could be a hipster piece where it's kind of got a interesting grunge element to it, which I know is weird to say, but if you look at it, it's slightly grunge. So yeah, that's an interesting piece. I'm not sure how I'm gonna market it all the way. There's a lot of ways to go. I'll have to research a little bit. And then this one just made me happy. It was $3.99 originally, and it is good old Disney brand. Size small, but it's an Aladdin skirt, and there are people who are diehard Disney World fanatics, and they're looking for stuff like this. So they could be looking for their daughter, or if they're just a petite woman. I feel like this is gonna go more for someone's teen daughter. But either way, it's got the genie on it and some of the other elements of the silhouettes of the, you know, like the building and everything. So yeah, I think that's an interesting piece. And it's actually purple. On camera it's showing kind of blue. But that won't go for a ton, but it made me happy. I wanted to pick it up. And it was cheap. So this one is an interesting one. It is a Ralph Lauren new with tags, size 14 dress. Black label Lauren Ralph Lauren. They wanted, if you see that there, $24.99 for it. Since their store was going out of business, I went up to the desk and I was like, I know that it's 50% off today, but since this is so expensive, would you be willing to give me a deal? And I thought just a little more off. She gave it to me for $5.99. So she was very, very giving there. These, what are these, like butterfly sleeves? It has some butterfly sleeves, and it's a zip up back shift dress, probably like knee length on the average person. New with tags. So $5.99 is gonna turn around very beautifully for this one. And I do think that this will do well, especially with that size. So there's that. Okay, next is J. Jill. And you know, I keep saying things about J. Jill. It's not my favorite brand anymore. I used to love picking it up, but now it's harder to sell. It's going for less. Now that it's picking up into the warm summer, more pieces of it are selling. But I only got this because it was new with tags. And it was, let me see here, what did they charge? They were charging $8.99. I got it half off. Here's the tag. And, you know, they originally were $79, if you can see that. So it's an extra large petite pair of cropped pants, like a capri. Are they linen? I think they're linen. Yeah, they are. They're linen and viscose. So they're not textured like linen, so I knew it couldn't be full. It's a linen blend. You know, J. Jill new tags. We're gonna get her. So there's that. And lastly, I did get this for myself, though if I haven't tried it on. If it doesn't fit me, it will sell. I've seen comps. It's like a bread and butter piece. Old Navy again, if it'll focus on that. Old Navy, $4.99 before the sale. It does have a full button front. It's woven. It has a scrunchy stretch back, so that's gonna be great. It is linen and rayon mixed, so it's a good mixture there. Very easy bread and butter to sell. I'll try it on. If it doesn't work, I'll sell it. But that is it for the haul. If you want to check out more hauls or other videos, click something on this. It'll be somewhere up here. Click on there and I will make a video when I have time again. I'm off to do some eclipse things. Have a great day. Hopefully you get to see the eclipse. I'll see you in the next video.